Hello YouTube. So today I'm going to try something, right, for the channel. So this is a game on Steam called Thronefall. It's, early access. They're still adding a whole lot of content to the game. When I started playing, they had this much. I think they just added this land, which was like an ocean map. And they just added the Eternal Trials, right? And as you can see, I've got a whole bunch of crowns, and they just added this land, all right, the wild one. And I've got over 100 hours on the game. It's pretty fun. And I thought, so the tutorial teaches you like some basic things, but I think I can go a little bit more in depth than just the tutorial. And that's what this series is going to try, right? So you'll see this, say a new game, right? See all this stuff that gets unlocked, all this weird stuff. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to uncheck all this, okay? And what I'm going to do is replay, because I can't necessarily do a new account without buying the game again on like a different Steam account, but that's whatever. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to replay each level, and I'm going to do quests, like specific quests. And by doing that, I'll show you guys, hey, this is kind of what you got to base your strategy around, because a lot of times it's just kind of a puzzle, right? And what I'll do is I will try to restrict myself to technology available to you at that junction, right? Because when you do these quests, you'll get experience, and you'll then upgrade your perks. You'll unlock different mutators, different weapons, things like that. And so this will hopefully help people who are struggling to unlock things, or kind of having a hard time. And, eventually we'll get to bonus modes, right? And, Eternal Trials and stuff. But for now, let's make all the way down here. Okay. So let's remove this stuff. I'm trying to think what you would have access to initially, right? And I think, you know what? I'm just going to do the Royal Mint. I'm not going to do anything else because it's literally the first one. And, achieve a victory without your bow. So I think we got to do our spear, right? And we'll turn on the turtle. Okay, so this is spear and turtle, right? And we'll see if we can get at least 5,000. That's the goal for today, right? Because we can do this later stuff, right? But yeah, we'll just pick this one perk, the Royal Mint. Take the spear. We'll take the turtle. Now, this has been a while since I've played on this map, not on Eternal Trials. So, let's just, take some time, notice some things, right? It's kind of cramped, right? Kind of small, with 3 avenues of attack, and then, like, an ocean surrounding, well, not an ocean, but, like, a river with some mountains, right? So all the ground forces are going to come from here, okay? And what we'll find out later is some air forces will come from here. Okay. And with our specific weapon, right now we've got the spear, right? It's a melee attack, and it only hits ground units. Okay. So we're going to have towers or archers to deal with the flying stuff. Okay. Now, it will slow fast enemies when you hit it, which we're not really going to worry about for the moment. But when we press the active button, right, it's going to be our space bar, we're going to heal rapidly and increase our attack speed, right? And if we're below 30% of our max health, then it, happens longer, okay? And so I'm going to try and utilize that later. See these little red dots? This is the barrier where the enemies can come from, and your guys can't go past this, okay? So when you're laying down your defenses, now see, this is a lovely ring here. It's just the range of the keep. So that's where it can hit. So if you want to fight with the keep, supporting you, fight inside this little bubble. Okay, now we could build a tower for 3 gold, right? Or we can build some houses. Now there's just 3 of these swordsmen, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to invest in the economy. I'm going to build 2 houses. Now we have just the royal mint, and so we're going to get 1 gold from this, and 1 from each house, and we're going to get a little bit of gold from the enemies, right? 3 gold from our buildings, 5 from the enemies. And next night, we're going to have 8 gold. And then we're going to start doing stuff. It's helpful to, of course, do the economy early on so you have more gold to play with. But see how this is just 3 swordsmen? If I can deal with these 3 swordsmen without having to build a tower, then I can be more greedy with the, houses. But if the houses die, or the keep dies, well, then it's kind of useless. So you gotta, strike a balance of that. Okay, now this minimap, I love it. Came with the newest update. Little red dots, enemies. White dots, you. Right? So we're gonna engage. Now, because we gave it the turtle power up, they've got more health. But again, see, right? Pretty easy. And the keep did maybe 2 shots, right? So we're gonna increase our attack speed. Pretty simple. Okay. Got all the gold we needed. Now here's 8, right? Now, I've got a few options because I've got 9 gold. I could build another house, upgrade the keep, right? We won't have any towers up, but, that's a really fast expansion, right? We'll have more health for the castle center, but we have to deal with more things. But I'm okay with that because we're the spear and we can heal. So first, what I'll do is I'll upgrade this, right? So we've got a lot of choices, right? So we've got the assassin's training, which gives you extra damage. And if you use your active ability at the right moment, just as the cooldown wears off, it will reduce the cooldown. And so you're basically using your active ability more and more often. But I'm not going to do that because, again, I think these things unlock. So I'm just going to stick to this stuff, right? So I'm just going to do the royal training. Okay. Right. And now if we press Alt, we can see what all these little sections are and what we can and can't build, right? And so we've upgraded our keep. We get access to more blueprints, right? So let's start. Gonna keep hitting them. There we go. And if we get hit, it's fine, because remember, we'll heal very quickly when we activate our ability. Alright, let's get a little bit lower. And then heal up. We out-heal their DPS. There we go. Pretty simple, but, we're only the second night. Now, these are going to be fast hunterlings, and 8 of these things. Because it's kind of split up, I do want to build a tower. So I'm going to build a defensive tower here. I don't think I need the walls quite yet. I could build mills, I could build more houses. Now, what I'm kind of afraid of is these 8 guys, because they'll go for the mill. That's 3 gold. So what we'll do is we got 10 gold. Alright, so what we'll do is we'll do this. We'll build a tower up here, and we'll build the mill back here. Now, I love the scarecrows, but you're not going to have them unlocked at the start. So what we'll do is we'll just do the improved plow, right? And we'll build a little farm land there. Now, these hunterlings, they're going to chase after the king, okay? And they are fast, so if you hit them with your spear, they'll slow down. And they're going to run after me, so, you know, I'm going to try and lure them in between the towers. Now, these 8 guys will hit this tower first. So the idea is engage these guys. There we go. Alright, get hurt just a little bit. Not too much, though. And activate. Okay. And now we're handling. Let's see if we can kind of kite these guys back here. Save our our farms, excuse me. Now we've got archers, right? And they come from 3 separate directions. Now, here is where we're going to build our first units. We're going to build knights, okay? Yeah, flails are great, berserks are great, spearmen are great, but we're going to do knights. Knights are actually my favorite of the melee classes. Okay, they've got big shields, and they take less ranged damage. So, these 4 guys can easily take on any of these archers by themselves. Okay, and then we're going to invest more in our mill. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now let's check our income. We're going to have 21 gold. That's great. Okay, now another thing about commanding troops is you can press and hold your control button, right? And you'll see these little rings. That means that they're posted. And they won't run out to meet the enemies, okay? But if the enemy gets near, then they'll start to attack them, right? So let's say I put them here and I didn't post them. They'd go after whichever ones came near. Then when they're done engaging, they'll go back here and kind of look for more enemies, okay? But if I post them, right? Let's say we just post them here. They'll take care of all of them. But while they're posted, they also get a buff to... Oh, I have to double check, but I'm pretty sure it gives them attack damage buff. And it might give them some health. I don't know. I'd have to double check that. But basically, they're stronger when they do this. But they don't run around the map. So, you know, you have to be mindful of when to post them and when to micromanage them, when to just let them do their thing. Right, and I feel like we just let them do their thing up there. Now, if this tower falls, we'll help them out. Right, yeah, see, they're gonna do their thing. And we'll take this side up here. Okay. Now let's look at our mini-map, right? They are engaging our 4 footmen, but that's fine. Right? Once we took enough damage, we pressed our active ability, and we just took out the rest of them. And look, we had 4 footmen at the start, and now we've got 4 very healthy footmen. Look at all the damage they took. Okay. Wheels, these are very simplistic enemies. What they'll do... well, racers. I call them wheels, but whatever. They will charge straight for the keep, and they will try the shortest distance on their path. So we just block their path with a wall, but they're going to eat through the wall if you're not careful. They will also take less damage from you as the player character. So what we're going to do is we're going to post these guys here, right? And we're going to build another tower here. They're going to run in. They're going to take fire from this, this, and this, right? And I don't have enough to tech up, but that's fine. I've got 15 gold. And I think we should be fine with just these 3 towers and these guys. So we will build more homes. And each one is an extra 1 gold when you build a new house. Yep. So now we've got 22 gold. Now notice we're on night 5 out of 13. So it's pretty good to just fill in your extra gold with these houses. Like, it's typically a good strategy, very new player friendly strategy, right? Just build extra houses, build extra farms, get that extra income, right? Because you've got more gold for the later nights. It's more gold for your upgrades, because to upgrade our tier 3, it's 20 gold. That's a pretty big investment. To upgrade our towers, 5. To upgrade this, it's going to be like, well, I can't show you the upgrade because I need tier 3 for that, but you're going to need tier 3 and you're going to need like 12 gold or 10 gold for this one, right? And so later stuff gets pretty expensive, but if you've got a good foundation and every, night you're getting taxes from your houses, taxes for your crops, right? Well, anyway, I've talked too much. Let's get this. Now, we can slow them down with the spear because they count as fast enemies, right? But they're not taking very many damage from us because they're resistant to hero attacks, right? And you got to be careful because they'll eat through things that they touch. So just be careful they don't touch your house or your crops. But see this guy? Even though there's one right next to him, he's not going to go out to engage it because I've posted them. See? But yeah. Pretty nice defense. 22 gold. So now we've got a mixture, right? We've got these footmen. We've got these archers. So we're going to have to counter that with our own footmen. And I think it's time to upgrade a defensive tower. Now, I don't know if we have to unlock these, because the last time I did this, the tower upgrade situation was different. So what I'll do is I'll just limit myself to these first 2, the castle and sniper. Right? I'm going to do the castle tower, right? It's going to target our closest unit. It's going to attack a little bit faster than usual, right? And this projectile speed is going to be a little bit faster, and it's going to have more health. Right? What's not to like? And then I will upgrade. Actually, no, I will build archers. And, I love these upgraded archers, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to get these longbows. Right? Because they're your basic unit, and you'll have them unlocked by this point. What we'll do is we'll have them posted, and they're going to have pretty long range because, they're longbows. We're not going to post them, these melee units. We're just going to have them there so they have the freedom to engage. Now, we could spend money to get more footmen, right? 8 gold to get 4 more footmen, but I think we're fine, because they're only coming from one direction, and with the combination of footmen, the king unit, and these guys, I think we'll be fine. Alright. And so we can either start building more mills or we can build more homes. Now, something that is great, but I didn't have access to this strategy when I first started playing, is the explosive trap mill, right? So the mill in all of its fields explode when it gets destroyed. Damage dealt to enemies increases every time you upgrade the mill. Before, it only exploded when the mill building got exploded, not the mill and the fields. And that was a really big letdown because a lot of the time the enemies would eat through the fields first and then they'd attack the mill. And then even if you destroyed the enemies with the explosion, well, you lost all of your fields. But explosive traps, this mill is kind of, in the way of the enemies coming from here, here, and here. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to give them some landmines. All right. Now I could spend 2 gold or 1 gold to get this field, or I can spend 2 gold to upgrade a house. And the houses will increase its gold income by 1. And it will give the house more health. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to upgrade this house. Now what's my gold income? 32, right? And I've got 27 gold just from buildings. I'm trying to limit the amount of gold I've spent on defense and just gone high into the economy, right? And, next round, I can leverage a lot of this gold to tech up into tier 3, right? Maybe start building better mills at tier 3, or better walls, better towers, right? Because I've just got a tier 2 tower because my technology is at tier 2. But I'm trying to play for the later game, right? We're only about halfway through the run, right? So, right, see these longbow archers? They're able to start picking them off. All right, so let's start engaging. Okay. If we can get their footmen, our footmen should have no trouble taking down their archers. Right, but see they've got more footmen, so let's heal. Out heal their damage. Okay, let's run away a bit. Now we're gonna lose a few fields. That kind of hurts. Alright, we're not gonna die, we're just gonna run away. And then we're gonna take a little bit of damage. And we're going to heal up, attack very quickly, destroy things. So when they get that big army of archers, see how much damage they did, right? But instead of it focusing on our footmen, they broke through because their footmen killed our footmen, And we lost a lot of that tanking power. So maybe I should have invested into more of these guys, but I wanted more money. So that's unfortunate. Now, see how they've got 15 of these wasps. They go for economy buildings. So that's our houses, our fields, our mills, right? So we're going to build this tower. And we're going to build a castle tower. We're going to upgrade you to a castle tower. We are going to upgrade you to get more archers. And we're going to post the archers here. Now I can't attack up, right? Because I've got our light spear. And this is the turtle god, so they've got more HP. That's kind of worrisome. Now I'm going to upgrade these homes so the wasps have difficulty chewing through them. And I believe I'll have enough gold for this. Okay. Very, very greedy, but I'm just going to sit here. Hopefully the wasps attack me. Right. They attack my footmen. But see how they're just making a beeline? And they're attacking things on their way to their destination. But eventually they get so many. They broke through. I don't think they'll be able to kill the houses. They might be able to get one. Okay. But notice most of the houses lived. If I had more archers, or if I had better towers, right? Or more of them. So see how going into this economy, like this X, since it died, I didn't get any gold income from that. Right? So you want to keep your buildings alive. Okay, what do we have now? We've got 30 of these footmen. So what we'll do is we'll post you guys up here. Post you guys down there. Now we definitely need to tech up. And we'll do another royal mastery. Right? We're kind of restricting ourselves to the left side of our upgrades, because I'm not sure what you'll have access to as the new player. Right? And again, our keep has basically been untouched this entire time, right? We've lost a few of the outlying structures, maybe some economy buildings, so it's not like we've got a perfect run or whatever, but we're still pretty strong. Okay. So we're going to build some more towers. Here's another house. Okay. And we will build some more towers here. Now, see all these potential towers, right? There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 potential tower placements on this map. Typically, it's better for you to build a single tower than to upgrade an existing one. Typically, right? It depends on the placement, because like this tower here isn't doing anything to defend this area until they get like around here. But if they follow this path, this tower is, maybe it hits something over here. Right? Let me check. Yeah, it'll hit something here, but it's not going to hit them if they stay to the path. Right? And so if I invest in this tower, I only invested in it that last round because of the wasps over here. Right? But I think it's typically better to just build new towers and have like 3 different towers hitting the enemies instead of one more powerful tower. And so usually you don't look at upgrades until you build all the towers that you can. And I upgraded these towers because I didn't have the technology of tier 3 to unlock these plots of land to build on. Right? And so because of that, I upgraded this one because it was cheaper to invest the 5 in here than the 20 and then 3 and 3. Right? Okay, so let's look at our defense. Now we've got 43 gold. I like that. We've got 10 of these wheels, 10 of the hunterlings, 30 of these swordsmen. So these hunterlings are going to make a beeline for me. So I'll try and get them to run through these towers and take damage. I want to kind of avoid having them run over the mills because they'll eat through the fields. And if it ever gets tough, I'm going to press my button. I'm going to heal really quickly. I can always run behind these walls as well. Right, maybe here and then have them try and eat through this wall. But the wheels are also going to run through. Now, because these are fast units and I've got the spear, I'm going to use that ability to slow them down. And I'm going to entrust this bottom side of the map against these 30 footmen to my defenses here. And we're going to see how that works. And again, I'm going to check the mini-map to see if we're getting overrun. Alright, we seem to be doing fine with our defenses. Alright, I'm going to heal up. Okay. Now I do see a big blob, and I think they've overrun our melee units. Okay, but they just got our landmine. So I am going to lose 2 gold from that. It's unfortunate to lose 2 gold, but, you know, I think it's still worth it. Now, we are at tier 3, so we can upgrade our mills to the max, and we're going to do that. So this maximizes the damage the landmines do, and this also maximizes the gold we're going to get from this specific mill. Okay, and we're going to get our archers, and we're going to post them there. And I will build more towers. And we are going to build more archers. And yeah, I'll upgrade them to tier 2. And we'll post them back here. Okay. Now we've got ogres to deal with. Now these ogres are big and fat and slow, and they attack slowly, but they hit like a truck, right? And actually, I'm looking at the flavor text for the ogres, and it turns out that ogres don't count as a monster tag. I thought they did, but they don't. Okay, that's fine. And it would just matter for certain damage types. But don't worry about that right now. We'll talk about that in a later episode. So we've got 5 here, 5 here. Those archers are going to take care of that. We've got archers down here. This 10 is kind of scary. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to deal with these archers. Help with that. And I believe that's all that I really need. So what I'll do is, we're at night 9 out of 13. Could I spend more money on upgrading homes? I think I can. I'm going to make these a bit stronger, give them more health for the flying, and I'm going to upgrade this to a sniper tower so it has more range. Yeah, that seems pretty good. Okay, now I'm going to be down here with the ogres and our footmen. There we go. Just let them hit me. Then we're going to activate the button, out heal the DPS. Okay. They're trying to eat through our fields, and they might succeed, but they ate one. Yeah. Alright, so these ogres are trying to hurt. Now let's lure them into the choke point. Then we're just going to heal up. And we're just going to leverage our health as a resource. Alright, now I'm almost dead. Now, when you die, you take a 10-second respawn timer. So it's not the end of the world if you die, but, you know, oh, look at all that money. I love it. Now we've got 90 footmen and 3 ogres, but they're spread out through the 3 lanes. So let's see what we need. I'm pretty sure we're going to need some more footmen, so I'm going to upgrade these. And I'm going to build another footman. Right, now we've got 16 total footmen. I'm going to post these guys into this choke point. And I'm going to bring these guys over to this choke point. We're going to post these archers back here by this tower. Okay. And we're going to build more explosive traps. Right, if these live, we're going to get extra gold. That's great. If not, each one of these fields is going to count as a landmine. And it's going to do a lot of damage to this big group of people that's coming in. Okay. Going to have them post here. Alright, I don't think I'm going to need to build these walls. Although I could. I think we're fine without them. I will upgrade this to a sniper tower. And we've got 15 gold. We'll upgrade a tier 3. I'll show you guys what a tier 3 looks like. Right, you got archers, spire, extra health, and you shoot 2 arrows instead of 1. Right, and you're going to attack faster. This will slow enemies that it hits, but it will fire a little bit slower. But it does more damage. This is going to do area of effect damage with an explosive projectile, which is pretty nice. And if they get close to the tower, it'll pour hot oil on it, and this will heal your units instead of trying to attack enemies. What we'll do is we're just going to go to the Archer Spire and get 2 shots for the price of 1 on a pretty big. And we're out of money. These guys are posted. I'm just going to be up here protecting the kingdom. Right. And that sniper tower is doing its double shots, which is pretty good. The ogre hasn't appeared yet. And if we look at our mini-map, we see these big blobs of stuff, right? Our footmen might need a little bit of help. Maybe. I'm just going to activate my extra attack speed just to help deal with this ogre. Now the enemy ogre is there on the right side. Okay, I'm gonna go help that front out. Okay. And I don't think we lost a single building. That's pretty good. And you'll notice our score up here, right? We've got 100% protected bonus, which is pretty good. It helps with our score. And we already hit the 5,000 mark, which was one of our goals for our quests. Okay. Now, this is night 11 out of 13. We've got wheels and we've got archers. But they're all coming from the same section. So we're going to build some walls to block the wheels. We're going to fortify this. Alright, we're going to bring our footmen down here. And since they're all coming from the same direction, we can be pretty, pretty sure on where to place our guys, right? We're just going to have a mob of people here. We're going to have archers behind the wall so they don't die. Right, and they're protected. Now, I don't know if you get the armor tower immediately or not. So what I'm going to do is I'll just do castle towers for these ones, but ideally you do the armor tower because it has more health, and when the tower takes damage, it gets a little bubble around it protecting it for 5 seconds, which is really good if it's the first tower being hit. Right? And that's what I would kind of want for these guys, and maybe this one, but I'm just going to make a castle tower, because I don't know if you're able to upgrade it. We're going to make some more castle towers. And again, we're going to try and upgrade most of these to tier 2 before we start upgrading these to tier 3. I could upgrade these to the max level, but we've only got 2 more nights. and it's going to be 2 gold to upgrade them each. So it kind of evens out over the course of 2 nights. But these guys that I built on like night 5 or whatever, they've been paying a lot of dividends because they've been giving me 2 gold every night since. And it's kind of offset the cost to build it. And so now I've got 34, so I could build more units. I could build better towers. And I think what I'll do is I'll make this one a double shot. And I'll make this one a slow tower. Okay, now I've got 4 gold. And I think I'm just going to chill and let the night play out. Now, I could have spent money on this tower to upgrade to tier 2, but I don't think this tower is going to really engage anything at the moment. Right? It might get some of these things here, but you know, this night, it's not really going to do anything. And next night, we're definitely going to have more than the 5 gold. So, oh wow, look at all this damage. I'm not even doing anything. Look at them go. Look at my troops. Well placed and positioned. And my footmen, they're just taking a lot of damage from the enemy archers. Right? And then once these monsters are taken care of, they're all going to come down. They're going to help take care of these archers. Look at that. They take a lot of damage and punishment before they die. They've got a big concave, but they're not doing any damage. Just so little damage. I'm not going to do anything. My hands are off the keyboard. Now, I could rally these guys to help with the damage to make it go faster, and I'm going to do that. Just so this night plays out a little bit faster. But it's unnecessary, really. You know, I've got enough footmen to protect from all these archers. Okay. Now this night, it's kind of easy, right? 5 hunterlings from one direction. So we're going to post our archers in a good position. We're going to post our melee units here. And they're going to stand between us and the enemy. And they're just going to mow it down. We've got 75 gold. Let's upgrade you. We'll get another castle tower. And we'll make it a double shot. And I think it's going to be 45 gold to upgrade those 3. I'll turn this one into a slow tower. We're going to make another double shot. I'm going to hold off on this one because I don't think they're going to make it past there. And yeah, we'll upgrade this. And we'll start upgrading our walls. They're not making it past these walls. So I'm just going to sit back here and let my units and towers do the work. Yeah, they're trying. Okay. So now, pretty difficult wave. We've got all sorts of things and they're coming from all sorts of different directions. Right? So, but we do have 63 gold, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to invest in our archers. And we're going to post them down here. Now, this is the last night, okay? So, if we lose some economy buildings, it's not the end of the world because, well, we're not going to get that gold for next round anyway, right? So, as long as the keep survives, we're golden. You know what? I'm going to upgrade these as well. And I'm going to upgrade this down here. Okay. And I've got another 16 gold, so let's get some more footmen. Alright, so this footman will fight creatures down here. I'm going to get a group of footmen here and here. And we'll have these guys split up. Okay. So let's talk about the enemy units. So they're using stuff that we've been fighting this entire time, right? These footmen, these archers, right? No big deal. Now, it does sound scary because there's 80 of them, but again, there's 30 here, 30 here, 20 up there. They're split up, and it's not like they all appear at the same time. They'll be trickling in, right? We've got these wheels, right? And they're going to try and hit our walls. We've got these ogres. We've got these hunterlings trying to chase after me. We've got wasps up here trying to eat through our economy and our keep. Wasps here and here, right? No big deal. And we've got a new enemy, these catapults, right? They're siege units, and they deal massive damage to buildings from a great distance. So what we will need to do is destroy them before they get close, right? But this tower is going to be under fire. This tower is going to be under fire. This tower is going to be under fire from these catapults. This wall is also going to be under fire. So ideally, we run through and we destroy them before they, destroy all this. But we'll be busy with all their other stuff. So we're going to check our mini map and we're going to see where's the enemy at, right? And we'll see which of these three needs our help the most. Stuff's coming down here, right? Let's kill these before they destroy more of our crops. The other two lanes, nothing's really coming in. Looks like the bottom lane is coming through first. Now we've got some of these wasps trying to do their thing. And we've got this side, we've got more catapults. Now they did destroy the archery range, so if the archers die from this range, they won't respawn, but that's okay. Because it's not like they're taking damage anyway. They're kind of shooting from a safe distance. Okay, this bottom side. Now, footmen were doing a pretty good job. Let's check the map. Okay, looks like the top side's getting attacked now. Let's activate our ability. Attack very quickly. Let's kill these catapults. Right? Before they pick off our fields. Right? Because we want our fields to explode on enemies in melee range. We don't want them to explode from a catapult. Right? See that big group of red units? I just ignored them because I knew they died to the landmines. See, we did lose a lot of infrastructure from the catapults, but we're fine. Right? The keep is safe. That's all that really matters. Okay. We're just going to back off a little bit, and we're going to re-engage once our bar's back. We're going to attack very quickly, and I think this is the last of it on this bottom side, because this looks to be their archer wave. And I don't see anything else on the minimap, so this might be the last of it. Although it feels like more stuff should be coming from this area, but nope, that's the last of it. Keep was completely untouched that night. We did get some income, but, you know, it's not like we can spend it, so it just goes towards our score, right? Okay, and with that, we would have done, let's go back to our map. Right, we did a victory with at least 5,000 points. Great. Without using the bow. Yep, we did that. And we did it on the turtle. So that's 3 of these quests. And that should unlock a whole lot of experience for our perks. Okay. And of course, you can continue to challenge yourself by doing tiger and turtle, right? on this original one, and you can use your own perks, right? Also, I was really restricting myself. I just had the Royal Mint on. I didn't have any Arcane Towers or Heavy Armor or any of that, right? So even as restricted as I was, and I wasn't using better tower upgrades, right? Or the most optimal configuration, but I still finished it, and we still got enough points, right? So don't worry about, you know, min-maxing or doing the most optimal one, right? I'm going to do that later. Right. So this will be the first episode, right? Next episode, we're going to do this desert level. And the plan is I'm going to do like each episode, I'm going to do some quests, and we're going to try and get those quests completed by the end of the episode, right? And we've got 3, 4, 5, 6 separate maps, right? And we've also got Eternal Trial stuff, right? We'll worry about that later. But there's plenty of content for this game. It's really fun. It's like $15 on Steam, right? And I'm sure it'll have a sale, right? And I'll start talking about perks and stuff in later episodes as they start to get unlocked, right? So, thank you for watching. Remember to like, subscribe. I'm going to have content, probably a daily upload for the foreseeable future until the content dries up. So, you know, make sure to keep watching, keep it subscribed. All right, thanks.